Welcome back to Dudes Running Around Aimlessly. Let's wait. And we got some ammo for the AK-47 and some Pentasmin. Here's the first level of the game, the prison. Maybe we'll go back there. Because what we have to do now is essentially just go on some missions and recruit some dudes until our spy unit has some intel for us. So why not revisit the first level? And yeah, like I said before, you tend to get gates at the entrance and quote-unquote exit to each level. Most stages, not all, have two because there's two starting points. Oh wait, are you a delivery man? You are a delivery man. So here's how delivery man works. You press R and then you select a thing and then he just brings it back to the bus. It's pretty cool. It's very useful.
What was that?
If you're going around to an area just to pick up items, you know, like the hospital had a lot of healing items. So you could just bring a delivery man there and get it right to your bus. Right into your inventory. We're still relatively early in the game, and I do think it's funny how many shotguns, rocket launchers, you know, TNT. We got a lot of weapons already. And you could very easily go on a rampage in this game. I'm kind of avoiding that, you know, at least with Snake. When I get more of the boss characters, I'll want to demonstrate their weapons, which of course most of them are lethal.
Huh? What was that?
And this game doesn't rank you the same way the other games do, so it's not like...
Who's that?
Oops! Non-lethal completion isn't really, you know, necessary. So maybe I'll start using some of those crazy weapons with non-Snake soldiers. Gotta keep the immersion, you know? Except for that time we killed Ocelot. But that was a time paradox. Don't worry about that. He'll get over it. Here's this upper section that overlooks most of the stage. Even Zone 1, Stage 1. Oh, well, we don't have one of those, so we'll just deliver it. Yeah, even Zone 1 has a lot of that verticality and interesting nuance to it. You really, really could... maybe at some point in my life, I'll look into modding Metal Gear games, see how that works. Because I'm looking at this, right? And I'm just imagining... Yeah, imagine more crates around this area to hide behind. And some dudes patrolling. That'd make a pretty cool Metal Gear stage. It genuinely, like, there's a lot of potential to these levels. It's a shame that they, again, the closer we get, I notice the more we end up talking about Phantom Pain. Which makes sense. I don't think we'll talk about it much during 4, but with the big boss games, it's kind of inevitable. And it's just so bizarre to me that the decision was to go very open wilderness rather than something more industrial like we have here. Because even compared to MGS4, you know, I mean, we're not really going to get this many indoor areas, even in that game.
Huh? What the?
We'll get a couple, but they won't be like this. And again, I imagine stringing a couple of these areas together, you know? One leads into another, leads into another. I just see the possibilities, and it's like, it's like... Oh, binoculars. We'll take those, and we'll take some grenade. Oops. I pressed the wrong one. Grenade, binoculars. That makes it sound like we ever stopped talking about it. I stopped talking about it. We, as a collective, you know, I'm including myself. I know you guys are antsy for me to get to my least favorite. Well, Phantom Pain's not my least favorite. Ground Zeroes is my least favorite. But, you know, I'm trying to keep a bit of a semblance of a timeline here intact. However, this game does have a lot of busy work, so it reminds me of the Phantom Pains, and it gives me, you know, opportunity to bring some things up. Oh yeah, there's a very interesting room here that I love. Let me just... I also love you get a brief window, it's like half a second, when a guy sees you to slam him. Love it. Love slamming dudes. That's the real takeaway from Metal Gear. Nothing better than slamming a dude. Whoops, I keep pressing the wrong thing. Oh, I wanted those rations, but that's fine. Okay, yes, this room. We didn't come here the first time, but check it out. It's just a bathroom. It's got urinals. I don't know why. I always like seeing bathrooms in games. It's a shame you can't open the stalls, though. Crawl under here. Okay, I think we got everything here, yeah? So let's abort the mission. RTB. And see if... Salmon. Oh, and Flying Fox. Okay, alright. Well, we're getting plenty of dudes. That's nice. And we're getting ladies. She's a bee in medicament. Oh, and she's a nutritionist. You know, I keep saying medicament, and that probably seems very strange. That's a reference to Deadly Premonition. There's a poster that says medicament storage. Obviously, it's a misspelling of, like, medical storage or whatever they were going for there. And I know it makes me seem kind of insane. You know, like what is this guy talking about? What the hell is a medicament storage? But yes, that's a Deadly Premonition reference. Runs faster than normal soldiers. Put in sneaking unit. We'll do that. We'll replace Donkey with Salmon. We'll replace... Let's see. What is... The Zero's actually pretty good in the field. He's just got low health. But we'll... Let's see. Politician. Place anywhere. Yeah, see, look, he's... Oh, he's a delivery man as well. Oh, I didn't know that. Alright. What's kind of low on stuff right now? We'll put him in spy unit. We'll put him in spy unit just to see if he gets anything. Taking one look at her and going, she's a bee. Oh no. Oh no, I don't want to be one of those guys. Ugh. Those people who, like, see a woman and they're like, she's alright. She's like a 7 out of 10. Ugh. Oh, I can't stand that type of guy. Research lab. What is the research lab? I don't really remember it. Let's go here and see. Oh, right. This wacky zone. Let's bring out Salmon. Very low health, but, you know. I didn't check his CQC stats. That's kind of important. Stamina and CQC are like the most important things here. In this particular video game. Well, there's a nerd. It is funny because the nerds can actually have good combat stats sometimes. It's not often, but if you really want to... Oh. There we go. There we go. Yeah, usually the Fox unit soldiers have decent CQC. So they're good to have, but occasionally you can get a science man who's just really good at fighting dudes. And I think it's very funny. Oh.
What happened? Who's that?
Hello. Oh. Who did that?
What happened? HQ.
This is HQ.
This camera could be a little better. These hallways are a little tight.
Requesting backup.
Acknowledged. Sending reinforcements.
More medical kits. That's nice. Sure, we'll hide in the locker. Why not? Oh. Oh, he's got a shield. They do drop the shields. I don't think that science man's particularly good at fighting. I thought there was a way to open these hatches. Maybe that one I can't. You know what we can do? We can still stuff dudes in lockers. Kaz starts to tear up as Big Squid states all girls are S tier while R&D is running at 10% efficiency. Yeah, that's... Oh, here we go. I knew I could open that hatch. Maybe he was just on top of it. Let's use some of those medical supplies. That is very me. Yeah, I would. I would. Kaz, who's that? We haven't seen anyone with that name yet. We've got young man Roy Campbell, Playboy extraordinaire. Currently with a bad leg, so he can't come out and fight with us.
HQ.
Control. We've lost sight of the enemy. Commence alert formation.
And Tasman.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby.
Yep. Yep. I was going to make a joke about how that step there thwarted my CQC and is the ultimate battle tactic, but that is a pretty big step. Pretty unnaturally big. Oh yeah, look, you can actually see... I don't think I ever noticed that. You can actually see the scaffolding and construction work that was in the cutscene. Where Jean predicted that a girder was going to fall. Well, we got some stuff. Let's also just do that. You got anything for me?
This is HQ.
That's impressive, though, that they would model that in, considering that that was in
Return to your position.
a drawn cutscene. And look, the science nerds, they act exactly how they do in MGS3. Let's just... There we go. Gravity squeeze him. Oh. Your stamina was very low, sir. Chaff G. Oh, my menu is full, though. I don't... That's just 45 ammo. I got plenty of that. Alright, we're gonna drag you all the way downtown to the bus. When do we get a future game where someone reveals that they thought it would be a good idea to clone Campbell? I mean, hey, gonna need someone to take over as codec support. Meryl is technically his daughter, so maybe there could be a game where Meryl and Johnny, they have a son also named Roy, because by that point she's forgiven him. So then you get a Roy Campbell on your... I'll just... Rations are more important than dynamite. On your codec again. And you play the game as Little John. Oh. Why? What? Why? What happened there? What, did they see someone knocked out and got scared? It's interesting. Oh, more medical kits. Nothing here. Can you go forward, sir? Nope, nothing in there. Nothing here.
What happened?
I wonder what the threshold is of, like, doing stuff and getting dudes for it to decide that I'm worthy enough to... Oh!
Who's that?
To progress. Oh, what's this? Trank ammo. I'm sure there's a very specific criteria that you can complete to accelerate time forward. Oh! Oh, our truck is not here. I dragged this man all the way here for no reason. Well, I think I might be able to do something a little clever here. So I can member change, thus putting that man in a box, and I should be able to evacuate that guy. Nope. Oh, do I need to get over to where
The enemy is attacking.
where that man is?
Acknowledged. Keep your eyes open.
Huh? Can I do that through here? I think so. Yep. Yes, I think it's like...
What the?
Hello.
What was that? What happened?
He's having a bad time.
Who's that?
Right, Python's bad at CQC. Oh! Well, he survived a shotgun to the face pretty well, though. Oh yeah, he's got all my cool weapons. That's right. I get it, cool weapons, because he's an Iceman. That joke's not going away. Maybe instead of like a clone or a grandson, maybe someone will just dig up the Colonel AI again. We could have another Roy on the codec. Yep, I want to recruit that enemy soldier. Alright.
HQ.
Sweet.
This is HQ.
This is patrol. All clear.
Understood. Return to your position.
Yeah. Python looking how he looks is
What happened?
interesting. It's a cool design, though. I mean, there's no one else in Metal Gear that quite looks like that. And I feel like it kind of, though, it fits the tone of the series because a lot of Metal Gear characters, including Roy Campbell, are just based on movie characters. A lot of, actor likeness. Let's save.